wanted to record in a southern state. So I just kind of like left the place I was working at, you know, the band was done, like I had a long-term relationship, it was over, I was like, okay, I'm free, you know, what am I going to do? I'm like, I want to record an album, you know, whether it works out or not, it's just, I knew I had to do that. And the same thing along the line of the Jack Kerouac kind of on the road thing, is like a lot of poets, authors, musicians, they've been on this same path, and they've just needed to see these places existed, like, you know, and I was one of those people, and it kind of strengthens you, you know, and you learn so much, you know, about yourself and the world.
So you recorded this album at Sun Studios, and who produced?
Matt ROSS-SPANG.
And
he played some guitar on it, which was really nice of him.
And you have Dave Rowe on bass and John Hardrose on drums.
Yeah, it was his wedding anniversary, his 1-year wedding anniversary. It was so nice of him to come in. He was a really great player, and so was David, you know. Yeah, he drove in all the way from Nashville to come play the session. Because Matt, the engineer, he kind of like, he got in these guys because he gets in, I guess, different people who he feels that works well with other people. And Dave Rowe, he was available and he was willing to drive down, and he had played with like Johnny Cash before, which is, you know, just hearing like those stories, you know, and like just, I don't know, he was cool. They were all cool and easy to work with.
How long did you spend at Sun Studios?
Some time. Each night was probably like 8 hours, so I was there for under a week.
A week at Sun.
Very quick.
A week at Sun Studios, and you came up with a new album, Sun Wolf. All Katie Bulley songs except for the tribute to local band the Zillies, and is it Bob Dylan song you're doing here?
There is a song called Song to Bobby, and there's also a clip from his Theme Time Radio Hour. Have you heard that? You should listen to it because you would get inspired.
Bob Dylan is that how he talks?
Well, he's very educational and very entertaining. It's very funny. I think you would benefit from listening to maybe the baseball episode, the theme.
I'll have to see if I can listen to that.
Yeah. You can stream it online now. Yeah.
Interesting. You got your guitar in hand and a harmonica strapped to your shoulders there.
And I'm going to sing a song about a murderer. This guy I worked with in Hamilton, and I hope he's doing well now. But he's locked up right now.
Oh, true story then. Katie Bulley live in our studios. This is 93.3 CFMU. Take it away, Katie.
This land.
CFMU live in our studios. Katie Bulley performing a song. That song is on the new CD, Sunwolf.
Pardon?
Is that a song from the new CD, Sunwolf?
Yes, it's called The Transient.
And you said that was a true story, then.
Yeah.
That sounds like some heavy subject matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Somebody who killed somebody.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that people do that.
You have an interesting songwriting style. What inspires you to write the songs you do?
I think the experiences, filtering through them, kind of, it's different things that will inspire me. Sometimes, like that song, for instance, it came out like 4 years later. It was just like, okay, well now it's time to sing about that. It could be love or emotions, things like that.
Musically, I'm not certain if we knew where to peg the Berettas musically where they were at, but if anything, they'd probably been punk and or garage rock. Recording in Sun Studios might suggest that you're going the roots or rockabilly route, but is that quite what it is? That song we just heard, you're also influenced by Kerouac and Dylan, so are you doing a singer-songwriter folky thing? Where do you see this album Sunwolf being musically, Katie Bulley?
Well, since it's a sunwolf, it's not really like a pigeonhole, So I mean, it's like I wouldn't leave it up to me to say what it is.
Musically, do you think it's a rock album or a folk album or anything like that?
I think it's an authentic album because I believed, and I will believe.
I saw this video that I wanted to share on the Facebook, and I believe it's you on top of the Empire State. You recreate a lot of famous images, and there's a famous photographer named Bob Gruen who's photographed, if you read Rolling Stone or have any autobiographies on all your favorite artists, like, the big time artists like the Rolling Stones or Pink Floyd or Zeppelin or John Lennon. This guy's taken photos, and not only just photos of these people, he's taken iconic photos that you probably have on T-shirts that you're wearing and as your screensavers and things like that. You did an interesting video. Why don't you tell us a story about that? How did you meet Bob Gruen, and how did you film this video, and where did this all come from?
I got the idea, I was watching HuffPost Live. It's like this news station that I watch very rarely. And anyway, so I had plans to play in Brooklyn and just by myself, because I really love New York City. And so it was my third time there, and I got in contact with his secretary, and I was like, do I have permission? And she said, yeah. And so I was like, okay. So then my wheels got turning more. I was like, okay, so I'll, get a costume for this one, or go to that location to recreate these images. And then by the end of it, he was available to meet up with me. So I was like, perfect, because I had this hand-painted New York City T-shirt, like the John Lennon one. And, so he could, pass it off to me, like he gave me the shirt too. But anyways, yeah, he does great work, and those people, were his friends. They weren't just he toured with people like The Clash and Ike and Tina, and he's friends with Debbie Harry and all those people. So he's just he should be as respected just as much as those people. So that's kind of what I wanted to shed light on, people behind the camera or the microphone, radio stations and stuff.
So it's your ode to Rick Taylor.
Well, right now it's just, showing up an hour and a half late. I'm sorry. You already forgave me.
I already forgave you. So we can just love each other again.
Well, once you get those water cooler cups,
see, you won't forgive me for the water cooler cups. What song is that video for?
Up and In.
Up and In, right.
Because, music is all about progressing, and there's so many songs about down and out, so I flipped it.
I see, up and in, down and out. A lot of performers, I think, is it that you, here's the serious question then, is it that motivated more, or you were motivated by the breakup and leaving the job and leaving the relationship and the band and everything else? Were you more motivated, or were you more crazy?
No, I think it takes courage and strength to unchain yourself, and I hope that I inspire other people to do that, because I mean, I felt that I had a bigger destiny than where I was. So that's what I did.
Well, manifest destiny. So you're making it happen. What is the destiny for Katie Bulley? You're going to be releasing the CD Thursday at the Baltimore House.
Yeah, that's my destiny for June 12th.
Right, and
At 9 p.m.
Zillies are going to be playing with you.
And the Bandicoots.
Bandicoots.
Mm-hmm.
How much is cover?
$5.
How much CD?
17.
We look for you online where?
iTunes.
KatieBulley.com as well?
Yes.
K-E-T-E-Y.
No.
Oh.
Do you need glasses?
Maybe.
You should get your eyes checked.
Oh, yeah?
I have astigmatism in one of my eyes.
What does that mean?
Usually only, it's like the curve of your eye. Usually only small children get it, but I told the eye doctor, optometrist, that I was reborn, so maybe that's why. So it's kind of blurry in one eye, so I need like a monocle. But you should get your eyes checked because it's KatieBulley.com.
I like the way that you're speaking today. It was fun that when you said you were going to the eye doctor and you went, optometrist. I don't know if it was you were proud that you knew the name of the eye doctor, the fancy name, or if you were just talking down.
I think you're overanalyzing it.
Well, then maybe I am. What kind of
How's
show?
your day been?
Oh,
Good? You having a good day?
worried about Katie Bulley. That's what I was doing.
Don't ever worry, because, I'll be fine.
What about people that think that you're very pretty? You want them to just see the music?
What do I think about them? It depends on the